I have air in the return of my hot water recirculating line. What is causing that and how can I purge all the air from the system?
Welcome, I will do my best to help with your issue. Is this a heating system or a DHW, domestic hot water, system?
Domestic hot water.
Why do you think you have air in the system? Air will vent when you open a faucet. Does the return run overhead?
When I open the faucets in the bath, kitchen or powder room, air vents for a while, then hot water is continuous. After about 15 minutes of it being off, it happens again. Yes, the return runs down into the basement.
Do you have an electric water heater?
Yes. It runs off of one of my boilers.
I don't think we're on the same page. If you have a water heater that uses boiler water through a coil in the tank, then it's an indirect fired heater, not an electric heater. Is that what you have?
Yes.
The pump you mentioned, is it on the piping between the tank and the boiler?
No. It is only connected to the hot water heater.
Okay, so you have a long run to the farthest fixture and this pump is on the recirculating line?
Yes. It is a large house. The master is almost right above the boiler, if that helps.
Okay, hang on a minute, I need to check something. Well, air seldom stays trapped in water piping for long, since it will rise to the highest point, typically a faucet, and escape once the faucet is opened, unless there is a source that keeps reintroducing air, or in the case of an electric water heater, a harmless gas. What I would suggest is to open all the faucets in the house at the same time, about halfway. This should vent any trapped air in the water piping, unless you are on a well and the well is introducing air into the system. Let the faucets run for several minutes. Turn the return pump off while you do this. If the problem persists, you may have to remove the check valve in the return line, assuming you have one, to vent the air from the return.
I am on a well. If the well was introducing air into the system, wouldn't it be in the cold water also? The return pump is off.
Normally you would see air in both hot and cold, but there is no predicting the path of least resistance, particularly with a return pump in the system. The air has to be coming from somewhere, and once you vented out the faucets, that should be the end of it, unless more is being introduced into the system.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize that you were disconnected.
I'm here. Can you see my last post?
What would be introducing air into the system all of a sudden? The house is only 6 years old.
The well is the only likely source, unless you have an electric water heater, which you don't. Do you have a water treatment system?
Yes. And filters. Wouldn't there be air in the cold also?
Yes, you would expect that to be the case, but not always. The thing is, I can't see how your system is piped. You may have some piping config that would make the air take a path to the water heater instead of out the cold main. All I can do is give you the likely culprits. And since a water piping system is an open system, once to vent the air out of faucets, it should be gone unless more is introduced. One potential source of air besides the line between the holding tank and the well is aeration vlave that is used on some treatment systems.
We will give your suggestion a try, and if that does not work, we will move to the next step. Thank you for your help. Have a great evening.
You're welcome.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.